Hello everyone, this is Sean from Barry Digital Media. I hope you are doing well. And today we're going to be taking a look at Klaviyo and specifically the flows option within here. And what this does is it essentially gives you triggers or automated processes for when customers make specific actions. So if a customer signs up to your website or your service, Klaviyo here is going to go through several steps in order to execute or in order to help build up the awareness of your company and your services. So, for example, let's say if you have some customers that you haven't heard from a while, or perhaps they had a bad experience, then you could have a customer win back promotion. Or let's say a customer is really into gardening products, then you can do some cross selling. Let's say you have a customer who spent a large amount of money, perhaps you can have a customer thank you campaign. Or let's say you have a customer who put in a whole bunch of products into your website and they just left. Well, you can do an abandoned cart campaign as well, or abandoned cart flow. And what Klaviyo will do is it will send out these customized flows to your customers through channels like email and SMS through mobile text messages to your customers to try to incentivize your customers to act the way that would be good for your business. I've read somewhere that having a system like Klaviyo can increase your sales from like 15 to 25%. So it does seem like it is an effective system. But for now, let's just check out what the introduction series gives you with Create Welcome Series. Let's do that. It brings us into this wizard. And so right now in the middle here, this middle is going to show us basically the flow that we're going to make. Every time that I go to the next step, it's going to add in a new card. And then after this is done, then it's going to give us additional options to further customize these flows. So first we have our first trigger when someone is added to the email list. I can change that to mobile as well. And it gives us another list here, but right for now it just gives us mobile and email list. So then we click next, and then it gives us an option on whether or not we want to have a coupon that we want to offer our clients. So we could go not offering a coupon, but we could also do something like offering all of our new signups a coupon, or if we wanted to have people who never purchased, we can send out an email there, and maybe we'll build in later a 5-day delay on the new signups who never purchased. Then we also have new signups who haven't purchased after a delay. Okay, yeah, then I think that's that option there as well. So for now, we'll just do all new signups, go next, add a coupon code, which is typical, something that we see in Shopify. 15% off all Bobos. Now, it gives us additional options on whether or not we want to add social media or if we want to add best sellers to our flow here. And so as we add them, we'll see that new cards are added to our flow. So it starts off when someone is added to the email list, and then these several different things will be activated within our flow. Now, you can see now that it has like these delays in them, like wait 3 days, wait 4 days. And as we get through this wizard, it's going to give us more options. We're just creating the basic flow at the moment to get started. And now it also is prompting us about email templates, so in customizing it. And so this is very important because if we just go with the standard one, it'll look fine, but some brands are very established where they have specific colors and certain logos that are part of their brand. And so that's where we can set up the brand default. So then it'll apply in our messaging when we trigger our flows here. Then once I'm all happy with that, then I go next, and Klaviyo will start building out our flow into the standard builder. This usually happens pretty quickly. And there we go. It's almost done. And ta-da, we have our first flow here. So we have our different sets here. We can move things around. Like let's say if we want to move that 3-day wait when someone is added to the list, we can do that. But if we look on the left here, we have all sorts of additional options we can add. So we can add in another email. We can also add in text messaging with SMS. It looks like we can update profiles. It also looks like we can update lists in a certain way. It looks also like we have webhooks, which is essentially integrations into other applications' APIs. So there's some advanced possibilities with that webhook. Internal alerts. So I guess if certain activities happen. Time delay. So that's another of these wait 3 days kind of things. And then also conditional split. And that's actually quite interesting. So this gives us all sorts of options like if someone can or cannot receive marketing, proximity to a location. So if we're targeting people like New York or California or Florida, then we can do something like that. Someone is or not on a list. If someone is not within the, or is not within the EU, predictive analytics about someone. So that's really interesting. Maybe if you're starting to see purchase orders increase, then maybe that's something you want to trigger. Properties about somebody. So let's say, I don't know. Again, if somebody's, let's say that they're making less purchases or they just moved, then maybe that's something that we can build around that. A random sample, and then what someone has done or not done. So I guess that's another abandoned cart possibility there. Or let's say if they just bought a specific item, or let's say they just had a customer service experience. Maybe that's something there that we can customize around. And here, another interesting thing is we have our flow, but then we have this yes and no conditional split that we just added in. So there's all sorts of sophistication that we can add within that. And then again, we can customize our templates so then it looks good. We can show our analytics to find out, yes, maybe, of course, both of our goals are to increase our sales, but maybe if the yes, it would be funny if the no path is creating more sales and the yes path is not creating sales, but with the analytics there, we'll be able to notice those differentiations within our flow here and possibly patch up or discover some additional information that will help increase our sales or at least help retain some of our customers a little bit longer. Yeah, and so that's a quick review of Klaviyo and its flow. And if you enjoyed it, well, stay tuned, subscribe, and I hope to make more of these videos. Thank you.